So welcome back to another video. In this video in this series, if you see the title as lab 01 lab 02 in the video, this is not the theory classes, these are laboratory classes, PPS lab classes. Okay, so if in the thumbnail where you see here, I'll mention is it lab 01 or class 0708. If it is class, it belongs to theory. If it is lab, it belongs to laboratory. Okay, and the syllabus we follow and the lab manual we follow is R21 syllabus of JNTUH. Okay, I'll show you what it is. So if in case you people don't belong to this one, don't watch this, it's waste. I hope I have not attached it here. Yeah, this is the R21 syllabus which we follow. So these are the various lab programs. So if in case the lab programs are different, don't watch these videos. Okay, this is just example. Seeing the first two questions itself, you'll understand. And as I told, it's 21 CS 1153. This is for R21 syllabus students, and the one who are in first semester right now, don't worry, this is yours itself. Okay, let's go back here. So in this video series, I will be writing the programs for every single lab program, and I'll be uploading them here with the explanation, with the algorithm, with the flowchart, whatever you require. I will most probably write algorithm and the code, and I explain you the logic. Okay, these three things will be done here. So if in case you watch these videos, you can get the logic of the code, and then you can do the coding part. And I swear, if you people try to bahat that I can bahat it, I have supernatural power, memory power, you will fail miserably in PPS. And practically I demonstrated it yesterday with CSMB section lab. When I unlocked the files, half of them couldn't even write printf. Happens. So don't try to bahat. Try to understand what you want to do correctly. So let's get started. So the first question, one second. Yeah, so this is my lab manual which I have created. The codes written here are absolutely written by me. Okay, I don't copy codes, I'm a good programmer. So yeah, if you want this document, trust me, I won't give you. Just learn. If you want, copy the code, pause the video, copy the code if you want, but I'm not gonna share this file anymore. You people just write this in your observations, come there, see and type. What's the use? No use. And I won't even see the coding part. Let's see only the questions. I don't even want to do that. Okay, first one. So in every question, we'll be having subparts. See here. Here we have a subpart 1, in that 1A, in that 1A, 1B, 1C. You are seeing it right in 2A, 2B, 2C, 2D. So if in case you get the cheat 1, it's not just to execute one program. You have to execute all the three programs. Clear? So you need to know the logic of every simple code. And if you think that I can bahat, it's practically not possible. There are almost 15 questions, I believe. 15, and if we assume average as 3, 15, 3 is a 45 programs. It's not possible to bahat. So understand every single code that I explain. In this video, I'll explain 1A, 1B, 1C, and yeah, why not? 2A, 2B, 2C, 2D. We'll do everything in one shot. Fine? So let's get started. Understand what I'm trying to do. Don't bahat, please. Just give me a second. Swap it. Come here. Notes. Okay, I'm just swapping it here so that I can just see the question here and I can code it here. So let's get started. Here I'll be explaining you the logic. Okay, and here in the browser where I have my Safari, where is Safari? In the Safari, I'll execute the code written by me and I'll show you the output. This is how the pattern is for these videos. So first let's go back to the algorithm part. So let's start. So the first question states that find the, see here, write a C program to find the area of a rectangle. Area of a rectangle. Basic mathematics, 5th standard mathematics. What is a rectangle? This is a rectangle. Okay. And they are trying to find the area, AB. If you consider this as the breadth and this as the length, the formula is A into B. This is the formula for area of a rectangle. So first part is, what are the two things that you need to get as input? Length and breadth. You have to ask the user to enter the input, and using the scanf, take the inputs of these two numbers. Then just multiply these two numbers and print. This is the simplest program, finding the area of a rectangle. So the code I have written is, I can't type it here. That's the reason I'm copying the code. I can't type it again and again, or else I wouldn't have done it. So here is the code. I'm just copying. Come, my friend, come. Okay, copy, and I'm executing it here in my Safari. Safari means it's just a browser. Just give me a second. Okay. Oh, paste avada. Wow. It doesn't get pasted. Nice. Okay, no problem. Int main. Okay. I am not taking input using scanf and printf here because I don't have that much time. I'll show you how to do it. Okay, int main is ready. So what we have to do is we have to take two numbers, let's say a, where I store the length and I'm by default taking the value as 10. But for you people, make sure you use printf and scanf. Learn how to use printf and scanf in my practical demonstration video. I believe it's class 4 or class 3 somewhere. I have uploaded that. Okay. Next, breadth you need. So I'm assuming the value as 20. So to print the area, you have nothing to do. Just go to printf. Printf bracket open, double quotes open. Area, area is equal to, what is the format specifier for int? It's %d. Clear? It's simple %d. And then come here, put a comma. We have to print the value for %d. For me, it is a into b. That's it. This is the simplest program, and here I put a semicolon. Then I come to next line and I write return 0. You people should be knowing why we use the value return. We are returning a value to the function, main function, and the return type is int. So I'm returning 0. Now if I compile this, just run. See, there is nothing. I didn't use a c is equal to int to be nothing. I just wrote it in simple format, and you can see the area is 200. This is just one line program. Learn to perform mathematical operations inside printf. Don't waste your time. Don't waste the memory. See, I took the values in a, I took the value in b, I just performed here itself, and we got the answer in just 2 lines. This is a 2 lines program. Don't complicate using it as a, b, c, then c is equal to area is equal to a into b, enter the length of numbers. Don't write it in that big format. Just write in this format. See here what I have written. This is my output screen. Enter the length and breadth of the rectangle. 10, 20, area is 200. That's it. This is how the output will look if you run this particular program that I have written. Here I have used printf and scanf format. I have used scanf to take the input for length and breadth. Then I perform the area is equal to L into B. Done. This is the first program. I hope this is clear. And if you want, you can pause this video and take down the code. Okay. Now let's go to the second question. What does the second question say? It says, write a C program to find simple interest and compound interest. Fine. No big deal. Not at all a big deal. So I believe you people are familiar with simple interest and compound interest. These are the two types of ways where the bank or a private financer collects extra money for the money they have given to you. Or if in case you have deposited your money to the bank, they'll give you extra money for depositing your money. That is called as interest. Okay. And there are two types of interest. The first one is simple interest, and the second one is compound interest. Whereas simple interest will be applied once a year, and compound interest can be applied n number of times. It can be applied twice a year, thrice a year, once in 2 years, depending on the financer or depending on the bank. Okay. The simplest way, the 4 inputs, the 3 inputs you need is, first one is P, that stands for principal. That is the amount of money you borrow. It may be 5,000. Okay. The next, you will have to specify the time in how many years you are going to return the money, right? Like 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. Always remember, there are some people who think that 2.5, that is 2 years and 6 months, can be given as input in this program. Not possible. The reason is, after decimal numbers, we have after decimal numbers, we have 1, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, so on up to 0.9. So on up to 0.9. After that, 0.10 is nothing but 0.1, which replicates this. So December and January will look like similar ones. So don't take time in the float format. Just take it in integer format and take full numbers. 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. Don't take 5.5 years, 6.5 years. No, this won't work. And the last thing that you need as input is rate of interest. This is the amount of percentage that you'll return for every year. Let's assume if 5,000 is the money and you borrowed it at a rate of interest of 10%. So for every year, you will have to give 500 extra. That is, if you carried this for 1 year, next year you return 5,500 rupees to him. Okay, this is called as rate of interest. Extra money that you need to pay, or the extra money bank pays you if in case you you deposit your money there. Interest పెరుగుతుంది, మీకు తెలిసి ఉంటుంది. So the simple interest formula is principal into time into rate of interest by 100, where principal is float. You have to take principal in float, because see here, in India 1 rupee is equal to 100 paisa, right? 100 paisa. So if in case you check your bank account right now, your money will look like this, something .21 will be there, this paisa will be there. So principal should be taken in float up to 2 decimal places. Time, as I told, take it in integer. Rate of interest 8.2% loan, 8.2% gold loan, 9.2% gold loan, you would have seen that. So this is also rate of interest, this is also in float value, decimal, fine. And 100 is 100 constant. So first I will show you how to run simple interest program. Check this. I can't run this program because I have to retype it. I'll just show you what is the output here itself. I have given outputs here. So see here. And if you want to know the formula for compound interest, I can explain you the formula, how it works, but it's very hard to remember for you people. It's very complex. Being a son of bank manager, it's easy for me because my father explained this concept to me. But for you people, it's really hard. So please take down somewhere. The formula is P into 1 plus R by 100. P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power T. This is annual. This is used to calculate compound interest annually. P into bracket open 1 plus R by 100 to the power T. This will give you total principal as well as simple compound interest, but you just want compound interest kada. So finally the formula becomes P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power T minus P. This is the formula for compound interest. I can really explain you how this works, but this is not a mathematics class. So just remember this formula, write it down somewhere. P into bracket open 1 plus R by 100 to the power T minus P. Okay. And now the second concept you people should be knowing is there is something called as math.h in C program. One second, sorry. Yeah, there is something called as math.h. Just like stdio.h, we have another header file called as math.h. This header file contains a lots and lots of mathematical functions that make our life simple, okay? And one such function which I want to introduce to you people is power function. Power. What is power? Like see, if you want to calculate a to the power b, just like this, a to the power b, that is 2 to the power 10. In maths you will have to do it manually, right? You have to do it manually, 2 into 2 into 2, so on up to 10 times. But for God has given us an option called as math.h header file, which you need to write it as hash include full line math.h to include it, and the function used to calculate such powers, exponential powers, is called as pow. P-O-W. Just P-O-W, which stands for power, open normal bracket, first write the base. First write the value of base, comma, just write the value of exponent. This is the syntax. Power and just semicolon at the end, you know this, you should be knowing. So if in case I want to calculate 2 to the power 5, I just write power 2, 5. That's it. Okay, this is how you write power. And the reason why I'm telling this thing is, this particular thing is here in this particular formula that we did. And if you can see this particular thing, what you are seeing is in the power base, right? It's in the power format where T is the power and this complete thing is an exponent. This complete thing in an exponent. Now see what happens, how I represented that in the formula. I'll show you the program. See here. Now focus. Float is used for decimal numbers. As you people know. Float, principal, as I told, money can be in paisa as well, full number or paisa. So take it that way. Rate of interest, that can be 8%, 2%, float. Compound interest and simple interest are the two values that will be returned, and definitely it's money. End of the day, these two hold the value of money, so that can hold 2 decimal number paisa value as well. So all 4 values will be in floating point. This is the reason why I declare them as float. Whereas here, just int time, that's it. Just take int t, don't take that full thing, just write int t. These are the only 4 values that we require. PTR, okay, and compound interest and simple interest, two variables to hold the value. Now see the program. Just I'm printing, calculating the simple not required. Now enter the principal, time and rate of interest. I'm using printf to just print it, and in the scanf I'm taking the inputs. As principal is for float, percentage f is the format specifier, time is it in int, percentage d, rate of interest is float, percentage f. I believe this much is clear. Now the formula is very simple. Type the formula as it is. SI is equal to P into T into R by 100. This calculates the simple interest. And CI formula, here, 1 second. See, this is the formula, right? P into, here it is P. 1 second, I'll just, P into power of 1 plus R by 100, the first part, this part, 1 plus R by 100 by to the power T, so comma T, done. This particular box represents power of 1 plus R by 100 to the power T, and finally I told subtract the value of minus P, that's it. This is the simplest formula. You can write it down if you are confused with the formula. This is how you write the compound interest formula. By heart it. I don't want to explain the mathematical part, what happens. It's very complicated concept. Every year the interest gets added to the principal and principal value keeps on moving. I don't want to confuse you people. For now, compound interest formula is P into power of bracket open. First bracket holds the value of 1 plus R by 100, comma T, and this bracket closes the power function. Few faculties would have given your formula where last value will look like minus 1. Okay, that is also not wrong. It's a very different kind of formula where P is taken out as common. But my formula is also right. You can use this formula. If you are getting confused with that formula, use this formula. Now focus. Now I am printing the value. SI is equal to percentage F is for float, right? Percentage F. But what I am writing is percentage dot to F. Why? The reason is the moment you write percentage F, by default at the end 6 zeros, 1 2 3 4 5 6. After the fraction value, 6 zeros after decimal will be printed. But as we told in paisa, we have only till 99.99. The moment it gets 100 paisa, this will be carried over here and 1 rupee will be added and this will become 00, right? Both are same. So what we want to print is just two values after decimal. So to specify that, use the specifier dot and write how many number of dot values you want. I am just writing dot 2. This means I want two values after the decimal, and F is the float and percentage is the format specifier. In between percentage and F, you can put the dot and write how many values you want to print. This is the value. So here, this is how you write a simple interest and compound interest formula. Just remember the formula for compound interest. It's P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power T minus P. That's it. This is the formula. Just by heart it. And here is the outputs. See here. And some students give inputs as principal is 10, rate of interest is 2, and years is 5. What does this even mean? 10 rupees के लिए तो bank जाएगा क्या loan लेने के लिए? Will you go to bank and take 10 rupees loan? Use some standard values. At least give minimum answer is 1000 for principal input. Minimum 1000 rupees. And the time period is 5 years. And rate of interest is 7.5. Use these numbers to give input. The reason is exactly you will get these two as answers. 375, 435. Okay, the moment you see this output, the answer, the question you ichina input correct ani ardham chesko. Your program is right ani. Always use 1000, 5, 7.5 and write down these numbers, output numbers. Check if you are getting this answer or else your program is wrong. Okay, don't give 10 rupee, 1 rupee, 2 rupee. What is this inputs? 1, 2, 3. What is this? Does it make even any sense? All sections are giving this input. Some people are writing 10 rupees. Guys, 10 rupees के लिए आप loan लोगे क्या? You will go to Axis Bank, SBI Bank and say, sir, 10 rupees loan कावाले, 5 years time period. He will just take 10 rupees note from pocket and tell mustard ko vellu. Just give some standard values, at least 1000 rupees or 10,000 rupees, fine. At least start from 1000 rupees, man. Okay. And some people give input of time as 100. You won't be alive for 100 years, man. Give it maximum of 1 to 5 years. And rate of interest, 50% rate of interest లో లోన్ తీసుకుంటే మీ అమ్మా నాన్నలు ప్లేట్ ఎత్తుకొని అడుక్కునే దానికి వెళ్తారు. They will go for begging. The maximum is 7.5 or 8%. 10 rupees వడ్డీ, ఓకే 10% అంతే. దీనికన్నా ఎక్కువ ఇవ్వకండి rate of interest. You people will sell your home to pay back the money. So principal give it in thousands, time period give it between 1 to 5, and rate of interest don't cross 10. This should be a standard values. Thousands, less than 5 years, and 10% at max. Okay, so this program is also done. What is the next program? Write a C program to evaluate the expression. This is the simplest. Idantu chala simple. See this. See here. What is the equation they have given? Y is equal to 3x square plus 4x plus 5. What is the only value you people don't know? What is the only value that you need to evaluate this complete expression? It's just x. We don't know what is x. Correct kada? The moment we get to know the value of x, we can evaluate this expression. Very simple. So use scanf, use printf to ask the user enter the value for x. Scanf percentage d, take an integer number, don't take floating number for this, ampersand x. Done. Then what you have to do? Go to printf y is equal to percentage d, comma, y is equal to percentage d, comma, write the formula in bracket after comma, 3 into x, this holds the value of 3x square, plus 4 into x plus 5, bracket close the printf, put the semicolon, done. Answer vachesindi. See the program I have written. This is just one line program. People are dying for this program as well. What should I tell? What should I tell? Say this. Come down. See, I have written the program in this. I have taken the variable y because people are getting confused. Ante. If you put this directly in printf also, it will work. See, done. The only value I don't know is x. I took the input of x. I performed the calculation. Done. And for this program, don't use the power function. Not allowed. That power function is used only for compound interest because the formula is complex that you can't write. Here you can write 3 into x amma. Okay, don't use that power of 3 comma x. Anta vaddu. Just write 3 into x plus 4x plus 5. Okay, use the brackets to specify BODMAS rule. Sometimes the answer may go wrong. If there is a negative value, something may go wrong. So 3x square, put it in a bracket, 4x, put it in a bracket, 5, write it as it is, plus. Okay, this will give you the answer for third program. And check the output. Run cheyatlenu because copy paste cheyam kudratledu. So see here, enter the value for x. I entered the value 2 and I got the answer as 25, which is the correct answer. You want me to prove 3 into 2 into 2, what is it? 3 to the 6, 6 to the 12. Okay, next 4x, the equation. 4 into 2, what is the input? 8 plus last ichina number. One second. 3 to the 3x square kada. 3 to the 6, 6 to the 12, 4 to the 8. Yeah, correct answer. Done. Ekkada wrong vastunda. Okay, sorry, it's plus 5. Yeah, it's correct. 12 plus 8 is 20. 20 plus 5 is 25. That's it. Okay. This is how you write this program. This is also very simple program. Extremely simple. So don't mess with this program as well. If you get 1 in your exam, the most luckiest people మీరే. ఇందులో కూడా మీరు మిస్టేక్ చేసి అది నా ల్యాబ్లో చేస్తే అక్కడే కొట్టి పడేస్తా. క్లియర్? Now let's go to the second part. Part 2. So there are 4 programs here. Wow, 4 programs. This should be very impressive. So the first one. Understand the logics now. 2a. You want me to put it in same video or should I put it in separate video? It will take almost half an hour. Just give me a second, guys. Hold on for a second. Okay. Sorry, I got a call. Yeah, let's continue. I'll put it here itself. If in case you people can't take it more, go pause the video, take rest how many hours you want, come back and complete the second part. Okay, I'm posting the second video in the same. So now go to 2a. 2a ఏమంటుంది? Swap two numbers. Understand this. You will take 2 inputs. Let's say int a and b. Using scanf, you will store the values of A. Let's say user entered 5 and he entered the value of B as 10. What you need to do is, you have to interchange the values. After whatever you do, A should become 10, B should become 5. This is what you need to do. This is called as swapping. Now understand what's the mistake you do. If we take this as glass 1 and if we take this as glass 2, I name this glass as A, I name this glass as B. Okay, now let's assume there is water here, black color water, blue color water. Okay, here we have, okay, no, wait. Okay, let's assume this is filled with, one second, let's assume this is filled with Coke. So this is black, Coke ka glass. Okay, and let's assume this is filled with apple juice, red. Okay, what students do is, the first thing they write is A is equal to B. Just think, Coke will get mixed with red, right? Is it swapping or is it mixing? I am not asking A plus B. I am asking to interchange. Is it even the correct format? No. The best part what you can do is, here we have the glass A which contains Coke. Here we have glass B that contains Fanta or whatever it is. Now to swap, take a new plain glass C which is empty. Now what you need to do is, take either of one glass. Let's say I am taking the glass A, okay, and I am pouring this into C which is empty. So C is equal to A. Done. Now C is filled and A became empty. Now A is empty. So what is the next thing you can do? You can take the content of B and put it in A, right? So A is equal to B. So what happened? Now what happened? A is filled with the water, whereas B became empty. Am I wrong? No, right? I'm correct. Now B is empty. So what is the last part you can do? Just take the water that is kept in C and put it in B. So B is equal to C. Done. Swap complete. If you people confuse the formula, if you people get confused, just draw this diagram somewhere in the corner of answer sheet and evaluate yourself. ఎలా వాడితే వాటర్ చేంజ్ అవుతుందని. 2 గ్లాసెస్లో వాటర్ ఉంది, ఒక ప్లెయిన్ గ్లాస్ ఉంది. యూ హ్యావ్ టు స్వాప్ ద వాటర్ కంటెంట్. డన్. వచ్చేసింది కదా. దిస్ ఈస్ ద ఫార్ములా. నౌ సి, ఐల్ షో యూ. That's it. The syntax is this much only. C is equal to A is equal to B is equal to C. Now see here. Enter the two numbers. I'm taking two numbers as input. Scanf %D. Don't take 3 inputs. You have to take only 2 inputs. But you need one extra container called as C. So I'm initializing C also here. I'm just initializing an empty glass. Don't take value into that. Keep it empty itself. Okay. Now, before swapping, print the values. A value in the, B value in the, formality. Now see here. C is equal to A. Copy A content. A లో ఉన్న నీటిని C లో తోసేయండి. నెక్స్ట్ A is equal to B. A ఖాళీగా ఉంది కాబట్టి B లో ఉన్న నీటిని A లో పెట్టేయండి. Half swapping is done. Half swapping gets completed here because B value got converted into A. That's it. Now B is empty. Just C లో ఉన్నది B లో వేసేయండి. Done. Swapping complete. This is the simplest program which you can write to swap two numbers. If in case you people get confused, just draw 3 glasses in the exam hall, put water here, name it as ABC and think, oh, ikkada needless. So C లోకి needless in తర్వాత A ఖాళీ అయింది, B లో నీడ్లు ఉన్నాయి. నెక్స్ట్ B లో ఉన్నది ఇక్కడ వేస్తా. ఇప్పుడు B ఖాళీగా ఉంది, A స్వాప్ అయింది. నెక్స్ట్ C వేస్తా. You can draw this diagram somewhere using small diagram using pen. You will get the logic. Clear? No big deal. And finally, I'm printing the value of A and B. See, I'm printing the value of A and B, not B comma A. Some people, some genius will do this. Nenanta pichhodni kada. I'll check your syntax. Here also it's A and B, and here also it's A and B, but the values are different. See output. There is another method using swapping method without using intermediate variable. I won't tell this. I don't want to confuse you people. See, enter two numbers. I entered 10 and I entered 20. Before swapping, A is 10, B is 20. After swapping, A is 20, B is equal to 10. Can you see this? This is how you write this program. Simple logic. Okay, now let's go to next program. Entama. Write a C program to convert Celsius into Fahrenheit. See now. ఇది కూడా నేనేం ఎక్స్ట్రా చెప్పట్లేదు. ఐ జస్ట్ ఇక్కడే చూపించి చెప్పేస్తా. ఐ టు వేస్ట్ మై ఎనర్జీ. there's a formula. Yeah, this is the formula ma. C into 1 plus 8 bracket low plus 32. Write it down somewhere. Now see, this is the formula. So see, the formula they have given here. What is the only value that I don't know to convert that into Fahrenheit? What is the only value that I don't know to convert it into Fahrenheit? It's the Celsius value, right? If I know the Celsius value, only then I can convert it into Fahrenheit. So scanf లో take the input for Celsius. Done. Syntax ఇది కాదు, just చూపించడానికి రాస్తున్నా. Then write the formula. See the program. Done. This is also one line program. Nothing to do. See here. And always take Celsius and Fahrenheit in float. Because 104.2 degrees, 38.5 degrees, 38.7 degrees, you will be knowing that there is decimal for float, decimal for temperature. So take them in float, take the value, enter the value of temperature, percentage F, ampersand C, first part. Next, what is the next part? Calculate the Fahrenheit formula. F is equal to C into 1 plus 8 plus 32 and print the value using printf. And remember, only print the last two digits, dot 2f only, percentage dot 2f, and this is next part. When you are printing the Celsius value, after percentage dot 2f write C. If you are printing Fahrenheit value, after percentage dot 2f write F. The reason is it will look cool here. See, enter the temperature. Celsius లో 100 వేసాడు. సో 100 degrees C అంటే 100 degrees Celsius is equal to 212.00 Fahrenheit. This is how this program will look like. Okay, one second. So next, sorry, some people are disturbing me with some messages. Next program, write a C program to perform all arithmetic operations. Guys, I gave this question to CSMB section. Brainless people. See this. See, as ee roju meer operators class chusunte, you people will be knowing there are 5 arithmetic operators: plus, minus, into, divide and modulus. So remember, always remember, take the inputs in integers, int a comma b. Okay, using two integer values you can perform addition, subtraction, multiplication and modulus remainder without any problem. You will get the correct answer. But when you come to division part, and let's say the values is 5 and 2, 5 divided by 2 answer enta? It is 2.5. But if in case you give integer, this decimal part will be removed. You will be given answer as 2 by the computer, which is absolutely wrong. The answer is 2.5. So what I did is, see this, there's something called as implicit data type conversion, explicit data type conversion. I don't wanted you people to get confused, so I have used another method. See here, int ab, where the user values will be stored, float xy, where the copy will be stored. See here, enter two numbers, percentage d and a and b. Done. Now copy the value of x into a and copy the value of y into b. Why? Now you people will see this. See, come to here, I have done everything in printf. So let me keep it like this. So see here, sum is equal to percentage d, subtract difference is equal to percentage d, multiplication value equal to percentage d, division value is equal to dot 2f always, and mod value is percentage d. See here, for addition I used a plus b, for subtraction also I used a minus b, for multiplication I used a into b, for modulus I used a mod b, but for division I used x comma y, and the value I used here is dot 2f, which is floating point. Now check, the answer you will get is perfect. Not this example. See this example. Let's see this example. 10 plus 4, sum is 14, correct. Subtract cheste answer 6, correct. Multiply cheste 40, correct. Now see, 10 by 4, 4 ones are 4 2s are 0.20 అవుతుంది, 2.5. Now you can see 2.50 వస్తుంది, which is perfectly correct. and 10 divided by 4 చేస్తే 4 2s are 8, the remainder is 2, modulus value 2, which is also correct. So make sure you use floating point number just for division. Rest all you can use integer numbers, no mistake at all. Some faculties have used floating point by default. There may be a chances of error. For modulus function it wants integer numbers. For modulus function ఏముంది కదా modulus, this will look for integer numbers as per my knowledge. So make sure check, if in case float ఇచ్చి కూడా modulus value correct గా వస్తుందంటే ignore, or else use my method. Just copy x and y, copy into x and y and perform division, that's it. Rest all you can perform integers. This is also done. And the last question. So did I do everything or did I skip one question undale? I did swapping of two numbers, I did Celsius to Fahrenheit, I did arithmetic operator. Okay, the last one is conditional operator body. You have to tell if a number is even or odd. So first some theory. ఈరోజు నా ఆపరేటర్స్ వీడియో చూసుంటే యూ విల్ బీ నోయింగ్ వాట్ ఈస్ కండిషనల్ ఆపరేటర్స్, బట్ ఐ నో మై స్టూడెంట్స్ ఎప్పుడు చూడరు, మీరు చూడరు నాకు తెలుసులే. చూసుంటే రెండు క్లాసెస్లో పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ బాగుండేది టెస్ట్లో. యూ పీపుల్ ఆర్ జస్ట్ టేకింగ్ మీ ఫర్ గ్రాంటెడ్. సి ద కండిషనల్ ఆపరేటర్ ఫార్ములా ఈజ్, కండిషనల్ ఆపరేటర్ సింటాక్స్ ఇస్ ఓపెన్ అ బ్రాకెట్, రైట్ యువర్ కండిషన్ ఇయర్, బ్రాకెట్ క్లోజ్, క్వశ్చన్ మార్క్. అదేమని చెప్తా. దెన్ యూ రైట్ ద ట్రూ పార్ట్, కోలన్, false part, semicolon. Semicolon akkarledu. This is the syntax. In simple, here you write a is greater than b, question mark. Inte this will check, this particular part will check is a greater than b, question mark. This part will be checked. If in case a greater than b is true, this particular part will be executed. So here printf a is greater అని ప్రింట్ చేయండి, a is greater అని ప్రింట్ చేయండి. else పార్ట్కి కోలన్, వాట్ ఇఫ్ a is not greater, ఇక్కడ printf b ఇలా రాయాలి. The first part after question mark becomes the true part if the condition is true. The second part written after the colon becomes the false part. This is how you write a conditional operator. Now see the program. Okay, see here the program I have written. It's the very simplest program. See, done. Yeah, done. One second. See here. Enter the value. Enter the program is okay, correct. I have to check if the number is even or odd. Okay, even or odd, not great. The example ante, that was example to show conditional operator. Now see the lab program. The lab program they're asking is write a C program to find if a number is even or odd. How do you decide a number is even or odd? A number is said to be even if it is completely divisible by 2, and a number is said to be odd if it is not completely divisible by 2. The numbers ending from 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 are even numbers. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 are odd numbers. This is the funda. Now see the formula. And the operator that you need to use here is modulus. We are checking for the remainder, right? The last digit kavalante modulus e vadali, and we should divide the given number by 2. Okay, n mod 2. And if the answer is equal to 0, comparison operator, this is an even number. If n mod 2 chesi answer 0 rakapote, this is a odd number. So see the formula, just see it and we are end. See we should take the input for the number which you want to check. Let's say enter the number, n లో వాల్యూ వచ్చింది. నా సింటాక్స్ ఇదే, ఇక్కడ కండిషన్ రాసి ఇది a ఇంటూ b కదమ్మా, ఇది కండిషన్ అంతే, ఇది ఫాల్స్ ఆర్ ట్రూ పార్ట్. నౌ సీ హియర్ ఐఎమ్ రైటింగ్ ద కండిషనల్ ఆపరేటర్ డైరెక్ట్లీ, ఒకే లైన్లో రాసా. n mod 2 ఈక్వల్ టు 0. ఈ కండిషన్ ఏం చెప్తుంది? ఈజ్ ఇట్ ఈవన్ ఆర్ ఈజ్ ఇట్ ఆడ్? క్వశ్చన్ మార్క్ సింటాక్స్ అలానే ఉంది. ఫస్ట్ పార్ట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ ద ట్రూ పార్ట్. ఈ కోలన్ రాసిన తర్వాత ఈస్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ false part. So what is now? Let's assume the value as I gave a input as 4. Is 4 divisible by 2 completely? Yes. So we'll get the answer as the number is even and this part will be ignored. This part won't be executed. And if in case we had given the input as 5, this condition is true, false, this condition is false, idi fail avutundi, idi matram execute avutundi. This is how you write conditional operator. If you want, you can just pause and write down this condition I have written. I always prefer making the program very small వెరీ సింపుల్, నాట్ 100 lines 200 lines. నా ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ మీరు చూస్తే మ్యాక్సిమం 10 linesలో అన్ని ఆన్సర్స్ వచ్చేస్తాయి. దట్ ఈస్ హౌ ఐ రైట్ మై ప్రోగ్రామ్స్. సో సీ హియర్, enter the number 101, the number is odd. Here enter the number 1072, the number is even. So these are all 1A, 1B, 1C and 2A, 2B, 2C, 2D lab programs. And the remaining lab programs I'll enter slowly. So every Sunday I'll upload one lab program. Okay, 1 or 2 lab programs on Sundays. Iroju Saturday kabatti and it's Christmas, I had holiday, that's the reason I uploaded this video. Lab videos I'll upload it once in a week. Okay, bye.